developer of 0rbitalis. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, 0rbitalis is a gravity simulation game with a little bit of a puzzle flavor added to it. And basically, in every level, it's a sort of space environment, like a solar system or a nebula or an asteroid field. And in every level, you have a little rocket. And basically, the aim is to launch this rocket in space and manage to find an orbit that is as stable as possible. And for the purpose of this exhibition, we control it with this bizarre controller that I was showcasing at GDC last week. And basically, by rotating, you can decide the direction of your rocket, and you can choose the thrust by pushing and pulling it, and finally, you can launch the rocket by pressing a button. And if you manage to make an orbit that is stable enough to survive a few seconds, you can go to the next level. And basically, that's the game in a nutshell.
So it's basically solar system simulator.
Yes, something like that. But you have some puzzle, puzzle-ish elements. And of course, it's interesting trying to get I did it. Try to get stable orbits as stable as possible.
And did you design the controller?
Yes, basically, I think one of the problems is that if you look today, you probably have seen thousands of indie games, and it's really hard to get one that stands out. It's really hard to remember all of them. And I think that if you give to players a different experience, if you give to players something new, it's much easier for them to remember the game and to enjoy the game because it's something different. And it's a little bit like it happened for the Oculus Rift, where people queue for hours to play that because they know that they only have one chance, and they either play that, they don't play it again. So I think that the controller in this way helps a lot for the exhibition.
So is this just a prototype?
Yes, it's a prototype. I'm not really interested into showing it, into selling it or Kickstarter it or stuff like that. I think it helped for the exhibition, but the real game will actually use the mouse, and it has been designed for the mouse, so it's a good experience anyway.
Because you need to at least get it out there.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the game is coming on Steam in a couple of weeks, hopefully.
You got a green light?
No, I have a publisher. I'm not really keen into going through Greenlight because I don't think it's really indie friendly. I think that the purpose of being indie is no one knows you, but you have amazing ideas, and Greenlight doesn't work with that because it's which games are more popular, and usually real indie games that are really cool are made by people in their bedrooms. No one knows about them, so how do they get greenlit? So I try to find other ways. I'm not really
Kickstarter.
No, because with the game was already almost finished. I'm not going to build this one, so I didn't see any reason to look.
Is this expensive kit?
No, actually no. The components inside are really cheap. They're £1, £2 each. The only thing that was more expensive was to laser cut the case, but even that it wasn't really so expensive. And I think that people don't realize how easy it is now to build hardware. And it's a little bit like indie games, but hardware side. I think it's a good experience because if someone has in mind a very peculiar or bizarre gameplay, now they can have their own custom-made controllers, and it's something that I would like to see more in the future.
And what's the sound like in this game? Because I didn't actually get to play it. What's the sound and music like in the game?
Because it's a game in space, the music is static. It's white noise. I'm trying to add something more to it, but for the moment the game is quite environmental, very low music. I don't really want to break this idea of being in space, being in isolation. So that's the main reason why the game doesn't really have any good sound, any very strong music at the moment.
At the moment, though.
At the moment, maybe I think for the trailer I will surely add some music, because I think a trailer with no music would be quite boring probably to see. So.
Is this game educational in any way?
I think that in a way it can be, because every level you're actually solving, every orbit you're actually showing is basically a solution to a differential equation. And I think it's a very nice way to show to people how from something so simple as Newton's gravitational law, you can get behavior as complicated and as bizarre and interesting. So I think there might be a potential to it, but I'm not really looking to set it into school at the moment. So.
Do you reckon you might see the education system maybe bringing this into their schools?
I know that there is another game called Kerbal Space Program that is already doing something like that, because it's about gravity, and I know that it also has a sort of partnership with NASA, trying to teach to people how gravity works and get interested in that. So I think the games can really do something amazing in this direction.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great colours.
Thank you.
Is this all it is? Is it going to be like a multiplayer, if that's possible?
No, it's going not to be multiplayer. You will have multiple probes and multiple satellites, yes, but it's not going to be multiplayer.
Any shooting?
No. But we have levels in which you destroy asteroids with the 0rbitalis. So.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm actually developing another game that is going to be released on PS Vita next year, and it's called Still Time, and it's about time travel and temporal physics. So hopefully next year, if you're here, I will show that maybe.
Are you going to use that controller on it?
I don't know. Not at all.
It's nice talking to you. It's great to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.